Magandang araw mga kaibigan. Bigyan ko kayo ng update tungkol sa nangyari kay Jun Abines, yung nilusob ng mga PNP ang kanyang bahay dahil may dala-dala silang search warrant. Ito, may post si John Abines o Ernest Abines 9 minutes ago. Basahin ko. So, I am now a hacker? Question mark. I am shocked after reading the search warrant issued by Judge Soliver Perez of Branston of Cebu City that said, ito ang nakasulat sa search warrant. Wherefore, by virtue of WSSECD, siguro may meaning ito, you are hereby authorized to search, seize, and examine the computer data in relation to illegal access to the information, data, and computer system of the Philippine National Police that may be contained in and including the following. Number 1, desktop computers. Number 2, laptops. Number 3, smartphones. Number 4, modern routers. Number 5, other communication electronic devices. Number 6, digital storage. Number 7, SIM. So, dito, na-post din yung actual na search warrant. Kaya lang masyadong malilit. It's 5 pages yung search warrant. Ito, may warning si Jun Abines. Sabi niya, all vloggers need to be warned. Police Major Galicia and Patrolman Artiliaga and Private Complainant Police Major General Nicolas Torre can now accuse us of being a hacker and secure search warrant and attack your home at midnight any day of their choosing. So kahit ako, na-shock din ako dito sa paragraph na you are hereby authorized to search, seize, and examine the computer data in relation to. Ito yung parang inaakusa kay Jun Abines. Illegal access to the information, data, and computer systems of the Philippine National Police. So, talagang pinagdudahan siyang hacker. I don't know kung may relasyon ba ito yung ipinost ni John Abines na alleged na litrato ni General Torre na hospital, something like that. So, I don't know kung paano nakuha ni John Abines yung, kasi may nakapost may nakahiga sa katre na naka-uniforme ng hospital uniform na maybe baka kamukha ba ni General Torre kasi yun nakasuhan si Jun Abines ng cyber level dahil sa pinost niya na picture na allegedly na hospital si General Torre. So ito, pinaghinalaan siya na nahack niya ang systems ng PNP. Bakit nakakuha si John Abines ng litrato? I don't know kung si General Torre Ben, kaya hindi man maklaro ang muka. Anyway, ito, saludo ako kay John Abines. Yung timing ng pag-search sa kanyang bahay is the night bago yung Cebu Indignation Rally na some comments na nabasa ko na parang panakot para ma-distract siguro o mawala yung focus sa Cebu Indignation Rally. But, kaya nga, believe ako dito kay John Abenes. Siya ang lead convenor ni itong matagumpay na naidaos na Cebu Indignation Rally. Grabe. Very short time yung pag-prepare. Napakaraming tao. Sabi nila, kung mas maluwag pa yung space, baka mas marami pang tao. Kasi siksikan yung mga tao eh. May nabasa pa akong comments na ang report daw ng ibang media o bias media, 5,000 lang daw ang nag-attend. Kaya lang, crowd estimate ng mga organizers aabot ng 40,000 plus. Baka sobra pa dahil sa yung venue punong-puno eh. Siksikan. Grabe, tindig balahibo o nakakaiyak yung sigawan ng mata, yung out of pure love. Walang ayuda, walang hakot, walang artista, as in nada, wala. Eh bakit ang tao ang dami nagpunta doon? Anong meron doon? Ang meron, yung pagmamahal nila sa mga Duterte. Kaya marami ang hindi na naman nakakatulog dito sa pinakitang pagmamahal ng taong bayan sa Cebu kay Tatay Digong. Usapan natin ngayon ang post ni Lieutenant General Fillmore Bondiles Escobal. Retired general na ito, member of PMA class of 1991. Meron siyang post tungkol sa mga ginagawa ni Police Major General Nicolas Torre, lalo na yung yung nangyari kay June Abenes. Pinailan siya ng kaso at nagkaroon ng pag-confisca o seizure ng cellphone at personal computer ng isang kilalang maisog leader. Okay, so ito, 1 hour ago ang post. As a senior police officer, nearing retirement on March 11, 2026. So, halos isang taon na lang. Police Major General Torres' actions expose a troubling ambition that is undermining the political capital of his superiors. So, ano bang ambisyon ni General Torre? Hindi naman niya klinaraw dito. Bahala na lang tayo. Ano yung ambisyon? Despite claiming to act without direct orders from higher authorities, he continues to initiate police operations designed to please his political masters. Okay, so malala ko, una yung sinampahan niya ng kaso si Captain Dado, isang vlogger na sumusuporta sa mga Duterte. Pangalawa, yung kaso isinampan niya na mismo kay PRRD. Pangatlo, itong kaso kay John Abenes. So, yun yung mga high-profile actions ni General Torre. His most recent move, executing a search warrant to gather evidence for trump-up charges aimed at suppressing freedom of speech and the press, raises serious concerns. Why not use his considerable police power and political influence to confront the CPP, NP, NDF whose actions have caused the trafficking and tragic deaths of countless misguided youth in pursuit of a fake revolution? So yun, ang tunay na kalaban ay yung CPP and PNDF. Yun ang point ni General Escobal. Just recently, on February 15, 2025, an armed encounter took place between the NPA Jaguar unit of the SMRC and government troops from the 67th Infantry Battalion, Philippine Army, led by Second Lieutenant Nadunsa in Sitio Butigan, Barangay San Jose, Boston, Davao Oriental. This region was declared insurgency-free by President Marcos Jr. in December of 2022. Is General Torre not aware that the presence of CPP, NP, and NDF forces suggests that a legal front mass organization has resurfaced? Does he not have concerns about the resurgence of the true enemies of the Filipino people, those he has sworn to protect? So ito, very alarming ito, no? Alam ko yan, insurgency-free na ang buong Davao region. Kaya lang, ito, sinasabi ni General Escobar is may nag-resurrect. Dumalakas na naman sila. Nako, dapat ito ang pagtuunan ng pansin. General Torres' increasingly evident political involvement is damaging not only to the PNP but also to his political backers. It is time for him to show true patriotism by focusing on the real threats of the nation and preventing further harm to both the institution and the country. His time and resources should be directed towards confronting the true enemies of the people, those who have infiltrated the lowest and highest echelons of our government, the barangays, and including Congress. Once his masters have achieved their political goals, it remains to be seen whether they will remember him. He is simply a tool they will use and discard once they have what they want. His position of power is temporary. What will be etched forever is how he will be remembered. Does he really want to be remembered as a symbol of oppression?